Hello guys, Colonel Ninny here. If you're familiar with my videos, you'll know I concentrate mainly on World War II. And primarily I focus my tutorials on the IL-2 Stormovik Battle of Stalingrad series. It isn't a preference over this title to DCS or War Thunder or any other title, it's just the one I have. You have to agree that the creation and development of these games has been an incredible technological and artistic achievement. But when the devs asked for my feedback, I really had to give it some thought. You see, I've been playing these games for a very long time, and I was always used to having all the aircraft I needed in a particular game for a particular period. And if I remember correctly, I think it was Rise of Flight that first came up with the idea of the DLC for individual aircraft. My immediate response to that was, why are you selling me a product that's not complete? But I think I understand why they do that now. The first title I played was by Dynamics called Red Baron. That was in 1990. We all thought then that it was an outstanding game. Check out the awesome Albatross 2 and its aircraft modeling. Look at the detail. And check out the ground details of the trenches over the Western Front. But that's nothing compared to chasing this Newport 17 up into the clear blue sky to deliver that death blow. Lining up, squeezing the trigger, it hits, he's gone, he's down, yes! And here we are, 30 years later, with this incredible photorealism. What are the development costs for a game like this? Development costs are huge, with the most expensive video game ever made being Grand Theft Auto 5, coming in at $265 million. And at $65 a pop, you've got to sell an awful lot of product in order to pay for your investment. So let's just look at the World War II period. How many different titles can you think of that have been marketed for that period? Some have been excellent, and some have been so-so. And now think of the future of gaming for the World War II aviation sim. Even for the IL-2 Battle of Stalingrad series, there have been great add-ons such as Battle of Moscow, Battle of Kuban, and now the upcoming Bodenplatte. This is all terrific stuff, but what happens when the developers have sold us individual airplanes one at a time over the next year or two, until there are no more aircraft left for the World War II period? It can get expensive, but get used to it. All the large developers charge for their DLC, and why shouldn't they? So the question is, what can they offer when the market is already saturated? They have to come up with a new strategy. Sure, as technology improves, they will have resolution going 8K, 16K, 32K, etc. They'll get rid of the bugs and tweak this and tweak that, and it will be absolutely awesome. But how much are you willing to pay to go that one step further? A case in point is the Battle of Britain. How many more times or more ways can we dissect a single campaign? The reality is, if the devs don't come up with new stuff that we want to buy, they're going to be out of business. So when the IL-2 devs asked me for my opinion, I had to think long and hard about what I really enjoyed about the game and what I didn't enjoy. Let's talk about the single-player mode. Many of you will disagree with me on this one, but I think that single-player is a great place to learn how to fly and learn the dynamics of the game. Certainly, a lot of thought has gone into the dynamic campaigns and the career modes and things, but it's just not for me. The real value of this game to me is the multiplayer. And even for real-world pilots, stepping from single player to multiplayer can be quite a challenge. And your entire gaming experience here revolves around your ability to communicate with your team members and to play as a team. And moving forward, I can see that this is the area that could be really enhanced by the devs. The whole reason we want to be in the game is so that we can shoot people down and bomb things. No one's going to want to sit on a reconnaissance mission for 4 hours looking for somebody that might not be there. At this time, servers that hold 64 to 84 people are quite common. So just imagine if we could have 30 or 40 players on one team, all with a common purpose. My concept revolves around the attacking and defending of targets. With assigned roles for defenders and attackers for particular targets, you would be guaranteed that there would be action in that area. Bombers require a fighter escort to and from the target. Escort fighters could be assigned to fly with the group, or high up above the group, or further ahead of the formation. A player comes on the server, is told what the target for the day is, and much like some of the online first-person shooter games, they choose their role. The destruction of the anti-aircraft is done by the fighter bombers. The destruction of the target is done by the bombers. And to protect both groups while they do their work, there is a fighter screen or cap. Observation posts and radar played a huge role in the Battle of Britain, and these assets allowed scrambling of fighters to intercept the bombers before they got to their targets. This could be represented in the game with observation towers or vehicles set along the front lines, triggered to make a general communication of the altitude and direction of the group. Destroying these early warning devices would be another fighter-bomber mission. A system that rewards teamwork, such as you might find in War Thunder, and dissuades solo play would be very beneficial. No matter how good you are, the success of the mission depends on your ability to work with the other team members. Now, while there is a remarkable amount of talent in the community supporting these games, I think ultimately it is up to the developers, who after all have the tools to create these games in the first place, to make the improvements they need to maintain the continued interest in their products. So guys, those are my basic thoughts, and if you have any brilliant ideas on how to move this genre forward, well, the developers are listening. Check out the link in the description and you can leave me some comments. I'd like to know what you're thinking. And if you know any developers on a design team, then share this video and we can start a dialogue. Well, thanks for watching guys. This is certainly not going to be the last of this topic. If you've enjoyed this video, found it helpful, please like it or subscribe. Or if there's another topic you'd like me to cover, please